So this is to answer the question, is Germany expensive? How much would be the living expense for someone working abroad? Good morning, I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Odyssey. I'm a Filipino nurse living in Germany for about 3 years, and I do share my experiences, challenges, struggles, and some tips to help you with your adjustment better if you're also interested to work here in Germany or Deutschland. Today, I wanted to give you a breakdown on how much would be the cost, how much I am paying for every month as a solo single working employee as a nurse here in Deutschland. I also previously created a video about it 2 years ago, but due to inflation, this needs an updated breakdown. Also back then, I was living in eine WG or shared apartment. A year ago, I already moved to my own space, to my own apartment, so let me share my expenses with you. I also included some resources on the description box if you wanted to read it yourself. It's also handy, especially if you're planning to start a family here, to give you a round up on how much it may cost. So let's go ahead and start. The bulk of the expenses would definitely be from the apartment expense. I do have 2.5 bedroom apartment. They usually count the Wohnzimmer as one room if it's separate from your own bedroom, and I have a small kitchen, which is important for me since I do cook every day. So mine is 69 square meters and I'm paying for 840 euros per month. This is usually the prices here in Hamburg. It would range from 600 to 1,000 euros per month depending on where you are located. I am actually outskirt of Innenstadt. Mine is a little cheaper for its size compared if I live on the city itself. And comparing the prices to other states in Germany, Munich, Berlin, Hamburg, and Frankfurt are mainly more expensive compared to Bremen, Dresden, or Aachen. It is important to keep this in mind, especially if you are just starting to look for agencies that would help you move here as a nurse from the Philippines. Ask the agency where they are located in Germany so you would be able to make informed decisions. On your first 2 years, probably you would be living in eine WG, but at some point, if you would be looking for a new apartment, then this is something that you would need to consider as well. Second one, utilities. The ancillary costs like garbage, cleaning, gas, and heating are already included in my monthly rent. Although if you have consumed more, let's say you have used your Heizung on maximum, then you would receive an additional cost by the end of the year that you would have to pay. A tip as well I learned is to use a jacket inside the house if it's not yet super cold, if it's not yet -degrees in winter. Coming from a tropical region, it had been a challenge. And now for electricity and water, there are lots of private and government companies that offers electricity and water. You can use Check24 for comparison to get a contract. I used to pay 60 euros per month, but after they have assessed that I'm only using this amount of kilowatts per month, they have reduced it to 38 euros per month. And unlike in the Philippines now, for example, Meralco, you only pay what you have consumed per month. But here in Germany, you would have to pay the fixed rate or fixed amount every month, regardless if you consume the allotted kilowatts per month or not. Then they would have to calculate it by the end of the year. And depending on your usage, you might receive a refund or you have to pay extra. For the groceries, I do a lot 300 to 400 euros per month on grocery shopping. I do remember when I was new here, I used to budget around 150 to 200 euros per month, but since inflation, it was really doubled. As I shared, I do like cooking, so if you're a new Filipino in Germany, filling out your pantry for some Asian ingredients, it's easy as 50 euro. Some tip, I do check discounts in groceries in order for me to save money. I also buy my meat in Turkish mark. Sometimes I do find it cheaper compared in groceries. Some fruits and vegetables as well, since you can buy per piece and not in bulk. I do find it a waste, for example, if I bought a kilo or a sack of potato, but I only use 3 to 4 pieces. So it's important for me to plan my meal for the week so I don't have to waste the food as well. Transportation, I don't pay extra. My work pay for my Deutschland ticket 100%. The Deutschland ticket already covers all regional buses and trains for the whole Germany. Some employers though, instead of 100%, may cover you a percentage like 60% or 80%, so you still have to pay a portion of it, and it's deducted automatically per month from your salary. For the purpose of sharing expenses, currently Deutschland ticket costs 49 euros per month. Mobile phone, this is already depending per person. What model of phone do you like, how much data it includes. I'm only paying for a postpaid SIM card. I would prefer doing that instead of being tied up on a contract for a phone and SIM. For me, I'm paying for 20 euros per month, and that gives me 13 gigabyte. I haven't maximized my usage since I barely use it at work, and I'm only using it if I'm on the road checking for bus or train connections. Then I switch to Wi-Fi at home. O2, Telekom, Vodafone are the common phone providers in Germany. It may range from 40 to 80 euros per month depending on the phone model, and like I said, the data included. You can apply online. Important tip: especially if you're new here, may you read the contract before signing anything, especially if it's Deutsch. To be honest, it's hard sometimes to understand when you talk to them on the phone rather than when you read the contract itself. So please don't agree to anything and just say yeah, even though you did not really understand it good. I'm letting you know because it also happened to me. I thought all is inclusive, but apparently, you know, when you're using iPhone and it was not sent as iMessage, it is being sent as text message. So the text message cost was not part of my contract. Maybe I was informed, maybe I just did not understand. Anyhow, I'm just letting you know, people still can be dodgy, especially if you're not fluent with the language. Don't get persuaded immediately. Take your time, especially if it involves a contract. Wi-Fi. At home, I have 100 gigabytes per month and I'm paying for 50 euros per month. Price range would be 30 to 60 euros depending on which provider. Most of the time, internet is okay. As you can see, I'm editing and posting weekly on the vlog. But I would say though that the internet in the Philippines is way faster and better. It's a fact. I said it. I'm sorry, Germany. When I was new here, I said I thought Germany is advanced. They are on some things, but not the internet. Still, geht so. Health insurance, it's 100% covered. I am not paying extra. We are entitled to gesetzliche Krankenversicherung. If you want to add privat, of course, you have to pay extra. I do work in Privatstation in hospital. The main difference for privat is that, of course, you have a choice to be handled by chef arts. You're being offered for drinks like apple saft, orangensaft, cola. The choice of room if you want single bed. Priority for sure, you are on top of the list, those stuff. Also to include under health insurance for Sunarts under gesetzliche Krankenversicherung, basic treatment is included, but if you want teeth whitening, bleaching, aesthetic, deep cleaning, then we have to pay extra. TV tax. Regardless if you use it or not, everyone is paying for it. I'm paying 18 euros per month or 54 per quarter. Unfortunately, you cannot opt out. Insurance, I have Haftpflichtversicherung, which is I'm paying for 7 euros per month. Other than that, I'm still considering adding Haushaltsversicherung, Rechtsschutzversicherung. I still need to sit down and compare prices and maybe purchase it in bulk or package so it would be cheaper. Subscriptions. I do have Amazon Prime that I'm paying for 90 euros per year, so it's more like 7 euros per month. I choose to opt into this instead of Netflix, which would cost around 13 euros per month. The Amazon Prime already includes a delivery fee if you are constantly ordering from Amazon videos, so I still watch movies, some books that you can borrow to read, and some music as well. Sometimes when my friends say if I have watched a new movie in Netflix, I couldn't relate because I don't have Netflix. Now, going out or extras, this already depends per individual. This depends on you. Eating out or dining out in a restaurant may already range from 20 to 35 euros depending on which restaurant you would go into. Let's say you go out once a week, then it's easy as 100 euros. If you're into beauty treatments, here are some lists for reference as well. Some basic stuff that I have to learn myself is to cutting my own hair, doing my own manicure, coloring my hair, just because I do find it expensive compared in the Philippines. I cannot justify the cost. A haircut, for example, would cost me 40 euros for women, wherein in Philippines, it would only cost 10 euros. Gym membership, it may range from 20 to 100 euros per month. I am on a 2-year contract. The first year I was only paying for 20 euros per month, but now it's already 50 euros per month. Expensive. Although I do like the gym here in Germany, the equipments are modern. Mine also includes sauna or some courses if you want to do Pilates, do dance workout, yoga, Zumba, etc. They also have solarium machines if you want to get tan, something fancy. So there you go. These are the list of expenses that I'm paying for every month. I did not include some other extras that I'm paying, for example, apps that I use for editing, Rente-Versicherer, and the like, since that's already per individual. But I do hope that gives you an answer of the living expenses, and I hope you find the tips helpful. Thank you so much for being with me today, for sharing your time. This has been Odyssey, and I'll go ahead and see you in the next. Cheers! Ciao!